Today is the summary video for this costume cosplay build. I'll show you all the things I've learned, things that I've improved on since I made the videos for the various aspects of the costume, and different levels. You may not always want to wear the proton pack, although it's pretty cool. In this series, I've tried to break down all the separate aspects of each component of this costume so that anybody can follow it with limited skills and get to the level that I have here. So let's get started. It's just so much fun. I've finally gotten to the place that I wanted to be to get this entire cosplay together. I thought it'd be helpful to talk about a couple things that I learned after using the costume for a while, working on different aspects of the costume and going back and modifying other aspects, and what level do you need to have for various things that you might go to. Everybody loves the proton pack, but it's not always appropriate for all situations. You want to be in any kind of party where you're wearing this all day long. Not that it's heavy, it's just kind of bulky. But the adding of the Spengler wand, a big plus. Here is the basic costume. All I've got under here is a black t-shirt and a pair of shorts. That's all you want. Some long socks, the boots having some insoles on the inside when you're walking around all day long, even though these boots for me are well broken in, are really helpful. Have a hat if it's really sunny outside and I'm going to be out there for a long time. If you look at the Ghostbusters video back in the day with Ray Parker Jr., they didn't have all this on. They had the boots on, they had the belt on. I made some updates to the belt that I think are really helpful. They put the gloves on. Either side doesn't really matter. This is good when you want to clip the wand to the proton pack. And then you have your elbow pads. And having the black square on the back is a big deal. For most cases, if you get to this level, even not wearing the proton pack, you're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be comfortable. It's going to be a good time. I know people get real crazy on this utility belt. Tons of stuff on it. But you got to be comfortable, right? What I'm going to start out with is just the key fobs, the gloves, and then I'm going to add my gizmo because I'm pretty happy in how it turned out. I've made a couple modifications to the belt because the belt has some issues just in general. We've got the gizmo, the mother, and the daughter board. It's important to have both. So just clip that on there like that. It's about where you want it, maybe a little more forward depending on. Here's a tip. I didn't like how the belt was fitting. This was popping off, so I took a pair of needle nose pliers and I crimped that down pretty tight. And I'm going to take some of these Chicago screws that I used on this build, tighten this up so the thing doesn't float around all the time. So I used an awl, made a hole. It's about the size of the Chicago screw. So that's what it looks like punched through. Feed it into the little eye here, and then just screw the back end on. And that will help keep your belt in place. If you don't like how shiny that is, you can hit it with a magic marker, a piece of tape, or just scuff it up a bit. I'll probably put another one right here. I ended up not putting one here because all I did is crimp down on this, but you got to be careful of this piece because you'll pop it out, so maybe you need to crimp it down a little bit on that side. But I crimped it down with a pair of pliers on this end. That's all set. It's a lot tighter. That's not going to pop off. And this feels so much better when you're wearing it. The gizmo adds a lot. Almost as much as the proton pack. If you got a gizmo that's kind of doing a little bit of light show, and in my case, I can control it with this remote control that I just put in my pocket here. Slide the gloves in here. The utility belt with the gizmo, that's like level 2. Now, the fun part, the big part, the proton pack. I've modified this proton pack with an Alice frame, and I've got a great stand that I developed. That's a future video, or you can see it when I develop the Alice frame. Now you got to get this thing just right. And if you're used to backpacking, it might be a little easier for you. But with the elbow pads and everything going on, it gets a little crazy, as you can see. Let's see if I get it all straight. I've seen them put it underneath the belt, over the belt, under the belt, totally up to you. And then the Spangler wand. Make sure you do it in the right sequence. This is just such a great addition to the Spirit Halloween Proton Pack. I didn't realize how much I was going to like the fob clip and the clip on the back of the Spangler wand, because you can just walk around and it's fairly comfortable. It really makes the pack more distributed than trying to have it up here because you're bumping into things all the time. And then when you're ready, it's there to go. And it's just so much better than trying to put this back on the Proton Pack. You really can't do it by yourself. That's a definite plus. So here you go. The full getup, and on sunny days, a hat. This is like level 3. I've got a lot of money invested in this. I'm thinking probably around $400 or $500. Do you have to get to this level? No. Do you want to get to this level? Probably. I mean, the Spangler wand's got vibration with the Spirit Halloween pack. Like any cosplay build, you're going to continually refine it. Whether it's put the little thing here, upgrade some stuff, get other pieces on your utility belt, but quite frankly, I think this is about it. Enough for most people on the utility belt. This is really where I wanted to get this costume, but you'll always be refining it. Thumbs up and comments, always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in designs of all kinds, making and breaking things, I do home repairs, photography equipment, and sports equipment development, and even costumes, cosplay, and props. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what you're gonna see.